I mean, go ahead.
Woe unto him that said to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone.
Yeah.
Arise.
I'm going back to the Hindus and them too. You know what I mean? I'm going back to the Mecca bottles. You know what I mean?
The face don't ass up, guys.
Hey. Wow. Go ahead.
Arise. Arise. It shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no bread at all in the midst of it.
Yeah, nothing at all. Nothing. Can't feel itself, you can't wipe itself. But the other one wipe that.
Talk that in Baruch.
Now I mean, the other one polish it. Some of them they put their macaroni, they put their rice. Sprinkle some rice that stays.
They pour the milk.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, back 11 to 14. It says, therefore even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of the Most High they have become an abomination.
Come on, what?
An abomination.
Come on.
And stumbling blocks to the souls of men.
So what?
The souls of men.
That's stumbling block, but look at there, you know?
And a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
Yes, spiritual fornication. Okay, it has physical and it has spiritual. It's a clean cut to show you the difference between physical and spiritual.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
And the invention of them, the corruption of light.
Yeah.
For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by vain glory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come short to an end.
So we read this in Solomon 15 and verse 4.
Can. It says, for if God afflicted with untimely mourning, when he had made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as a God. Now honored him as a God.
Yeah, that is going back to see that boy there, but that is shake out of that. They can't excuse. I got to one question. He's killing nobody. What do you think about this man here? You forget this one here. What do you think about this one here?
What I know about him is not a nice person to be dealing with. That's what little I know about him.
Alright, I'm going back to the so-called where they say Jesus. I mean, we're going back in the Latin Jesus. We're going back in the Greek mythology as Hail Zeus. You know what I mean? It's actually come about in the Renaissance period. Instead of white Bolshevik, Pope Alexander VI set up his son in the Renaissance period to be the Messiah.
Well,
You know what I mean?
let me be real with you, my brother. At a point in my life right now, which is see everything I see all the rest down here, I kind of looking into it because my belief and thing these days are kind of shaky. Because that's the next period. Right? But what is the idea? Well, I pass and see all your, well, not all your group, but different little groups and things, and I taking little thing about all.
That's something
But it's something that,
still searching.
at the end of the day, everything that I see here is things that I read about, but I don't understand it fully yet, so I can't really contribute.
If you are YouTube, watch YouTube and thing?
Yeah.
Right. It's out GMS.
I can say something. You say you don't understand it much, so I'll condense it real quick for you. What do you call yourself? A Trinidadian, right?
No. First, I consider myself to be a black man.
A black man. Black is a color, it's not a race.
Right?
Right? Every man on this planet has an ethnicity or a race, right? Pursuant to the Bible, right? The Negroes, the Latinos, and the natives, according to this sign here, right? These people are the children of the Most High. They are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. But not as the Bobos and them, the Rastas and them that say. They just say by the month, yes, this tribe, and no, it's not so. The Bible describes the men, their valiantness, they give characteristics to these men, right? That's how we are able, that and the fact that the Most High also prescribed a blessing and a curse that will fall upon the nation of Israel, providing that they keep the laws, they would have been blessed. If they didn't keep the laws, they would have been cursed, right? So they didn't keep the laws. That's why we know that these people are the nation of Israel. So this here in condensation is that we teach the Bible, the fullness of the Bible, meaning to say that the Bible is a history book, it's a book of nationality, your race, and it's a book of prophecy, what's about to happen next.
Wrong here.
What?
Now, as we say, we call the Bible today. Right? When I check in, like, I compare in texts from African history, which predates the Bible itself.
Go ahead.
You're still seeing where it is, to me, I believe in that the Bible copied
Right.
African history.
Oh. No, one,
That's how it looked to me at present.
I understand your argument. Right? Here we're going for, just to clear something up, we are not Africans, right? We came from the west coast of Africa because we were in Jerusalem and then we were being persecuted and we fled that persecution from the so-called white man as the Greek and the Romans. We fled that persecution and we went amongst people who look like us, which we call now the African tribe, but really and truly they're the sons of Ham, right? Now, with that being said, let's go into the history a little bit, right? If something happened, for example, this bottle right here, it exists. But me and you sign up here, I see in TRO, you might see PICS. That's your perspective. That's my perspective. The brother on the next side, he will see whatever on the next side, on that side, and that brother, they will say something on the next side. No, the Bible, the word stand. And other nations had their books and had their records. And they bear record of the things that happened in the Bible. And they would have put their own spin on it. But the Bible is the book of truth. Sorry, I say this because everything inside there has happened and is going to happen, right? The books that they say that this book has been plagiarized from, they have no prophecy in it. The so-called Quran, right? The Muslims use the Quran, right? And the Quran means what? The calling. But the Muslims have no prophecy. They have no prophecy. That's it. Say what? Right? Follow read. Right? Now hear what? They quote from our Old Testament. They call it is called the Torah. The first 5 books of Moses, right? That is where they get the law from. That book, Muslim, goes back to what? A certain tribe called what? Ishmael. Ishmael came from what? He was the first son of Abraham by the bondmaid Hagar, an Egyptian woman, right? So Abraham would have obviously been keeping the laws in his household, and his son Ishmael, when he was sent off, his mother Hagar was taught those laws. So that's why they hold on to the laws, right? Because the laws was given orally. Because what? Moses and they came after Abraham, right? Moses was given the five books, but the law, statutes, and commandments on tablets of stone when he was up there 40 days and 40 nights with the Lord. But prior to that, the law was given orally to Adam and Eve. It was given orally to who? To Abraham, right? So the righteousness was there, and that's why the Ishmaelites keep the Torah, right? But the difference between those other books and this book, there's no comparison. This book is true, right? Well, you can bring precepts to back them up. What?
Well, fellas, I ain't gonna think about I like to go on my stand because I had to wait a little while.
Alright? Well,
fellas,
just
they're doing a good job.
keep on inquiring. The most every year, the most I will give us that blessing.
Himself, every time I pass, I get like my 10 minutes, I go do that.
Do that.
Yeah, fella.
Go ahead now.
It says, because he could not read or write, talking about Muhammad here, his ears were attentive and keen to everything that the Jews related to him.
That's right.
Muhammad learned and extracted much from the Jewish religion and compounded it with his new religion, Islam.
Yeah. Go ahead now.
This is Isaiah chapter 34 verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord Yahawah and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want or mate. For my mouth it had commanded, and his spirit it had gathered them.
Right? So this book is not compared to any other book, right? And also, it was copied. It was plagiarized, and they flipped the script and saying that the book was plagiarized from them, but it's not so. Muhammad, right? He took things from the book, right, and created his own religion, right? And all the other records, the records of the Sumerian and all these other tribes, that they had their perspective or their spin on the events that was happening. For what? Israel was the youngest of the nations, right? It was the youngest of the nations, but it doesn't mean that the Most High, when he set up this book, when he set up the records, right, that it wasn't true. Right? He set it up, and he set it up for his sons. But he set it up for in the last. Right? Go ahead, Ak.
This is 2 Timothy 3, verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High.
All scriptures is what?
Is given by inspiration of the Most High.
Yeah.
And is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of the Most High may be perfect, should thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
Right. So this book was given to who? The Israelites. Because the law was given to the Israelites. So who's going to be reproved? Who's going to be reproved? Means what? To turn your back to the law. Turn your back to righteousness. Where it says for correction. That a man of righteousness will be thoroughly furnished. Right? We're going to be thoroughly furnished. We're also striving for the masteries to understand the mystery of the book. Right? This wasn't given to these other nations. And the other nations, their books, they have no comparison. Right?
It's Malachi 3:16. They that feared Yahawah spake often one to another. And Yahawah hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared Yahawah.
So that
taught upon his name.
Yeah, that's it right there. They that fear Yahawah spoke often one to another. Right? That happened in the ancient days. And we're doing the same thing today. Raising has been happening right here, right now on these videos. We speaking one to another. We speaking to the hopeful, the lost and hopeful elect. We're trying to make them be found. Right? And what I said after that? A book of remembrance was given to them. It was written for them. So we giving you the understanding of this book of remembrance. Right? Because the majority of the people that come into this truth, they're held fast to something faithful. Either the faith that the Lord is going to come back, that this book is true, that the doctrine is true, some part of the story, some form of righteousness. They had faith in it, right? But all they needed to do was get our guidance. And once they get our guidance and that name, everything was sealed from there. Right? Go ahead, Ak.
This is Jeremiah 30 verse 2. Thus speaketh Yahawah Shai of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book.
Right. Right, all the words, and what? The words that the Most High had spoken unto thee. So this book is true. This book cannot be contested because the truth stands forever. Watch out that wicked bitch scoffing. Watch out scoffing. You're only gonna know who the men of the law are in due time. Right? Well, I'm just lucky I can just pray Yahawah Shai send some fucking terror on her job tonight.
God.
Wicked bitch.
Right? They was trying to get their goals to light the altar. They couldn't.
Can't.
And Elijah made them walk along the altar and call fire from heaven to the Messiah
Can't.
So showing I guess the sign he is God.
Can't. He's the only one true power.
John 17:17 says, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Can't. This book is true. And there's no comparison. Go ahead.
This is Exodus 24 verse 12. And the Lord Yahawah said unto Moses, come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee tables of stones, and a law and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them.
Can't.
This is Isaiah 48.
This is how we teaching them. Yeah, the tables and stones, and now what? First it was a table and stone, then it went on to papyrus paper, and now is what? It's a compiled book.
It says, Isaiah 48 verse 5, I have even from the beginning declared it to thee, before it came to pass I shewed thee, lest thou shouldest say, my idol hath done them,
God.
my graven image, and my molten image
You
hath
see that?
commanded them.
You see that is the wisdom of the Most High. Lest thou shouldest say that the idol had done it. So he put things in place for you all when you all get